Hello everybody and welcome to my channel 100% Pure Elvis. Thank you all for taking the time out to return to my channel today. It is most appreciated. And if you are new visiting the 100% Pure Elvis channel, welcome and I hope you enjoy this upload. I'm going to be talking about Elvis Presley's gospel releases today. And for me, some of his gospel recordings are some of his best throughout his entire career. I'm going to be sharing with you the gospel albums that I own in my collection, where they reached in the United States of America top 200 albums chart and the United Kingdom top 100 albums chart as well. I'm going to be talking through my favorite tracks or songs of each album. That's going to be very hard to do, and some of them are not original issues. Some of them are reissues. Some of the albums have got more than once. So, shall we make a start? The first one is His Hand in Mine, and this is the 2011 edition on the Follow That Dream label. Now, His Hand in Mine was originally released in 1960, and in the United States of America Billboard Albums chart, it reached a peak of number 13. And in the United Kingdom, it reached a peak of number 3. This is one of his best-selling albums worldwide. And the Follow That Dream release is a gatefold edition consisting of 2 LPs inside. And it is absolutely a stunning set from Follow That Dream. Now, if you're looking at adding this to your collection, please go to Discogs or eBay, but you are looking at over £200 if you are looking at adding this to your collection. If you are looking at purchasing a copy which is completely sealed and not been touched, you may be looking at maybe over £300. So with the Follow That Dream label, you are looking at paying a premium price. I was talking to a fellow YouTuber last night, CJ. Now, CJ's channel, CJ's Den, it's a great Elvis channel as well. But we were talking on the phone last night about the Follow That Dream label and their releases. And with the Follow That Dream label, you know you're getting a premium Elvis release. So it is worth paying that bit more to add it to your collection. When Follow That Dream do release new Elvis Presley releases, you are looking at around £80 to £100. But once they've been out for a number of years and they are out of print or scarce, they go up in price. So as I was saying, this is the 2011 edition on the Follow That Dream label, consisting of 2 LPs. And on the back, you've got all the information here about His Hand in Mine, the track listing, which I will talk through in a moment. Some of them are different takes on the same records. And I love this front cover. It's Elvis Presley in 1960 at the piano. I said before, this is a gatefold. And again, I have shared this before on my channel, but I'm sharing all of my gospel today with you all. 2 great images of Elvis, and in the middle there, again, talking about His Hand in Mine album release. And again, the catalogue number for the Follow That Dream release from 2011 is LSP 23282. LSP 23282. And I love the glossy design on the Follow That Dream labels. I just think it's best stunning to do such a great package. And let me get out inside. So vinyl one, they come in picture sleeves. Love that green shirt. And on the opposite, you got the brown shirt. And let me share with you the other sleeve. The other sleeve, there he is with Colonel Tom Parker. And there you go on the other side. Again, His Hand in Mine. And I'm going to quickly, I should have shared with you the vinyl at the same time. I'm sorry, but there's vinyl 1. I have very rarely played this copy of His Hand in Mine because the Follow That Dream releases, I try and keep them in mint condition as much as I possibly can. And again, this is vinyl 2. There you go. And again, please, you will all know this by now. When you handle your vinyl, please be careful not to get fingerprints on the vinyl, because you can have grease on your fingertips, which can spoil the vinyl. So again, this is the Follow That Dream release from 2011. Now I'll quickly read down the track listing on this 2 LP edition. So LP 1, side 1. His Hand in Mine, I'm going to walk them golden stairs, In My Father's House, Milky White Way, Known Only to Him, I Believe in the Man in the Sky, Crying in the Chapel Take 1, Crying in the Chapel Takes 2 and 3. LP 1, side 2, Joshua Fit the Battle, He Knows Just What I Need, Swing Down Sweet Chariot, Mansion Over the Hilltop, If We Never Meet Again, Working on the Building, I Believe in the Man in the Sky, Take 1, Known Only to Him, Takes 1 and 2, LP 2, side 1, His Hand in Mine, take 5, I'm Gonna Walk Them Golden Stairs, take 4, In My Father's House, take 7, Milky White Way, takes 1, 2 and 3, Known Only to Him, takes 3, 4 and 5, I Believe in the Man in the Sky, takes 2, 3 and 4, LP 2, side 2, Joshua Fit the Battle, take 3, He Knows Just What I Need, take 8, Swing Down Sweet Chariot, takes 2 and 3, Mansion Over the Hilltop, takes 2 and 1, If We Never Meet Again, take 1, Working on the Building, takes 3 and 4, and finally on this Follow That Dream release, Milky White Way, takes 4, 6 and 5. So again, a stunning set on the Follow That Dream label via RCA and Sony Music. Again, if you are looking at adding this to your collection, be prepared to pay a premium price. Again, that catalog number, LSP 23282, a glorious set from the Follow That Dream label, a 2 LP set of His Hand in Mine. That was his best-selling that was his best-selling gospel album. The second copy that I own is a 2015 copy of His Hand in Mine, exactly the same picture on the front. This is a reissue on the DOL label. So on the reverse, as you can see, it's the DOL label. And again, it has a catalogue number of DOS625H. DOS625H. I think this was £19.99 if I remember correctly. I know it wasn't more than £20. I've kept the original sticker here, 180 gram virgin vinyl there. And again, on the back, it's got, again, everything you need to know about His Hand in Mine. The vinyl inside, it is your basic heavyweight vinyl on black vinyl. And again, there you go, the DOL label. I have played this a number of times, and again, the sound quality is absolutely stunning because it's on 180 gram vinyl. Can't go too wrong with it. And again, His Hand in Mine on the DOL label from 2015. The catalogue, I have read the catalogue number, sorry. I'll quickly go through that track listing on this one. Again, this is just your basic copy of His Hand in Mine. So side 1, His Hand in Mine, I'm going to walk them golden stairs, In My Father's House, Milky White Way, Known Only to Him, I Believe in the Man in the Sky, Joshua Fit the Battle, Jesus Knows What I Need, Swing Down Sweet Chariot, Mansion Over the Hilltop, If We Never Meet Again, Working on the Building. So that is the second copy on the DOL label from 2015 of His Hand in Mine. The next one is my recent copy, and that's when I'm going to talk about my favourite tracks on the album, if you don't mind. And this copy is from 2022. So I purchased this year, and this is on strictly limited edition coloured vinyl, which I will share with you all in a moment. But as you can see, slightly different colour to the previous two. It's like a darker colour, if you can see. Again, exactly the same image on the front, and on the back, very different indeed. So a lot more information about the album His Hand in Mine, and some images of Elvis there recording the album. Well, no, I don't think it is recording the album His Hand in Mine. There's some from the 50s. It could be. Leave in the comments below if you know more about them images, if you don't mind. And again, this is on the Wax Time label, and the track listing is slightly different on this edition of His Hand in Mine. So let me get that for you. Side 1, His Hand in Mine. I'm going to walk them golden stairs in my father's house, Milky White Way, known only to him. I believe in the man in the sky. Bonus tracks on side 1, Crying in the Chapel, Don't. Side 2, Joshua Fit the Battle, He Knows Just What I Need, Swing Down, Sweet Chariot, Mansion Over the Hilltop, If We Never Meet Again, Working on the Building. The bonus tracks on side 2, When the Saints Go Marching In, Demo, I Asked the Lord. So the catalogue number, which I'm going to try and find for you, please bear with me. Right, the catalogue number, 950713. 950713 for this copy of His Hand in Mine on the Wax Time label. This is still readily available. Amazon you can go to, and share with you the vinyl inside. Again, white sleeve, and again, you could say it's like a brownie coloured vinyl, isn't it? Absolutely. I do. As you are all aware, I love my coloured vinyl. And again, that cost me, I think it was £14.99, if I remember correctly. Let me put that back in its cover. Now, I'm going to talk about my favourite tracks on His Hand in Mine. Now, my favourite tracks, I love the title track, His Hand in Mine, In My Father's House, I Believe in the Man in the Sky, Joshua Fit the Battle, Swing Down, Sweet Chariot, Mansion Over the Hilltop, Working on the Building. You know, it's very hard to choose favourites, but a great gospel album from Elvis, one of his best-selling albums worldwide. Which is your favourite from the album His Hand in Mine? And as I was saying, a 2022 release on the Wax Time label. Now, the next gospel album that Elvis released was not until 1967, and it reached a peak of number 18 in the United States of America, and in the United Kingdom, it reached a peak of number 11. I only own one copy of this album, believe it or not. How Great Thou Art. And I do believe this is an original release from 1967. It says at the bottom here, 1967. I actually picked this up quite recently, probably about 2-3 months ago I picked this up. And again, I think it's a rarer issue because it says here, Dyna Groove Recordings. I know CJ will know more about that. So CJ, if you are watching this upload, please message me or leave in the comments below what this means, Dyna Groove Recording, or anyone else on my channel watching this. If you know any more information about that, please share in the comments below. And again, different front cover, isn't it, from His Hand in Mine? Very different indeed. You got your matinee Elvis here, so I would say this is Is it still from a movie maybe? I'm not too sure. Is it a promotional photo shoot for the album? Please, does anyone know where this is? You know, I'd love to know where the background is. You know, please share in the comments below. And on the reverse, Elvis in his white suit there and his blue shirt and dog collar there. There you go. I love that image there. Great image. And the catalogue number on this is SF7867. SF7867. It's in stereo. Now, let me talk you through that track listing. How Great Thou Art. In the Garden, Somebody Bigger Than You and I, Farther Along, Stand By Me, Without Him, Side 2, So High, Where Could I Go But to the Lord, By and By, If the Lord Wasn't Walking By My Side, Run On, When No One Stands Alone, Crying in the Chapel. And again, personally, for me, out of His Hand in Mine and How Great Thou Art, this is my preferred gospel album out of the two. So the vinyl inside is original white protective sleeving, and inside you've got your red dotted RCA Victor album with the black middle there as well. So again, please, if anyone has more additional information about that copy, could you please leave in the comments below? I'm going to, when I come off this upload, I'm going to be looking at Paul Ullner's book, Elvis on Record. And in that book, he's got all of these listed and different types of labels, etc. So I'm going to be able to find more information from there as well. So How Great Thou Art from 1967 with a peak of number 18 in the United States of America and a peak of number 11 in the United Kingdom. Now let's talk about favourites. How Great Thou Art, I absolutely loved that. I prefer Elvis Presley's live versions from the 1970s, if I am honest. Somebody Bigger Than You and I, it's one of my mum's favourites as well. Without Him, Where Could I Go But to the Lord? I absolutely love So High. If the Lord Wasn't Walking By My Side, the gorgeous When No One Stands Alone. Obviously, on this album, you've got the bonus track also of Crying in the Chapel. I do love Crying in the Chapel, but again, I do believe that is personally, for me, one of the weaker gospel songs on this album. What's your opinion? But yeah, if I had to choose a favourite, it would go to How Great Thou Art. So this is a 1967 release. What's your favourite from How Great Thou Art? And again, what's your preferred gospel album so far? Now, the next gospel album that was issued, this is studio gospel album. I've got some budget gospel albums. So this one was released in 1972. In the United States of America, it peaked at number 79 in the top 200 Billboard albums chart. And in the United Kingdom, it peaked at number 38 in the UK albums chart. And it is the album He Touched Me. And again, great front cover there. I actually love this jumpsuit there. And again, a very different gospel album from Elvis. And again, it has a catalogue number of SF8275. SF8275. Just wanted to double check that. And on the reverse, great touch at sharing the other two Elvis Presley gospel releases up to that time. So this was the third official gospel release via RCA. And on the back, again, you got your track listing at the top, and at the bottom it says title listings of all Elvis's sacred selections. There you go. And I will read them actually, because I think it's quite interesting if I do read them, if you don't mind. So the track listing on He Touched Me is as follows. Side 1, He Touched Me, I've Got Confidence, Amazing Grace, Seeing is Believing, He is My Everything, Bosom of Abraham. Side 2, An Evening Prayer, Lead Me, Guide Me, There is No God but God, A Thing Called Love, I, John, Reach Out to Jesus. My favourite, again, would go to the title track, He Touched Me. I love There Is No God But God, He is My Everything, A Thing Called Love, Seeing is Believing, but again, a great gospel album. And again, at the bottom where it says title listings of all Elvis's sacred selections, we have By and By, Crying in the Chapel, Farther Along, The First Noel, He Knows Just What I Need, His Hand in Mine, How Great Thou Art, I Believe in the Man in the Sky, If the Lord Wasn't Walking by My Side, If We Never Meet Again, I'm Going to Walk Them Golden Stairs, In My Father's House, In the Garden, Joshua Fit the Battle, Known Only to Him, Mansion Over the Hilltop, Milky White Way, O Come All Ye Faithful, O Little Town of Bethlehem, Run On, Silent Night, So High, Somebody Bigger Than You and I, Stand By Me, Swing Down Sweet Chariot, Where Could I Go But to the Lord, When No One Stands Alone, Without Him, Working on the Building. So again, He Touched Me, an album from 1972 with a peak of number 79 in the United States of America and a peak of number 38 in the United Kingdom with a catalogue number of SF8275. I'm going to share with you that vinyl inside in its original white protective sleeving. And as you can all see, it's the orange RCA Victor label. And again, out of the three that I've just shared with you, How Great Thou Art, His Hand in Mine, He Touched Me. He Touched Me is my least favourite gospel album from Elvis. So again, my favourite is How Great Thou Art, His Hand in Mine, followed by He Touched Me. The next one I'm going to go for is another release from RCA, and it was not released until 2018. The superb When No One Stands Alone. What a great image of Elvis there from the 1968 special gospel section. And you got it. I've got the original sticker at the top here, and it says Elvis's most passionate performances, 14 gospel songs reimagined with new instrumentation and vocal arrangements, includes new duet with Lisa Marie Presley. I was quite skeptical about this album when it was released and when I heard it, because of the new vocal arrangement. And I do like it, but I do, if I'm honest, I do prefer the original gospel recordings of Elvis rather than the ones that have been new vocalization. But I do prefer the originals. But nonetheless, it is still a good gospel album. Now, When No One Stands Alone peaked at number 22 in the top 200 Billboard charts, and it peaked at number 9 in the UK top albums chart. Now, on the back, Elvis with his beautiful daughter Lisa Marie Presley, who sadly is no longer with us as well. So she is now with her daddy. And again, the track listing on When No One Stands Alone is I've Got Confidence, When No One Stands Alone with Lisa Marie Presley, Saved, Crying in the Chapel, So High, In the Garden, Bosom of Abraham, Side 2, How Great Thou Art, I, John, You'll Never Walk Alone, He Touched Me, Stand By Me, Here's My Everything, Amazing Grace. Now, I'm going to read what Lisa Marie Presley quotes on the back of this album. I'm so proud of this album and tremendously grateful to the wonderful vocalists who came back to the studio to sing with my father once again. It has been a great honour to help bring these songs to life with new arrangements and new backing vocals. I hope you'll treasure them as much as I do. With love, Lisa Marie Presley. And again, trying to find the catalogue number for you. Now, it's quite a long number. The catalogue number is 190-758-59451. This is still readily available. This is the first edition release of When No One Stands Alone. It's been reissued since on vinyl. Again, as you're all aware, it was also released on CD. And let me share with you inside. I absolutely love the sleeve that comes inside When No One Stands Alone. Now look at that. My dream to visit Graceland. One day it will happen. When I was talking to CJ on the phone last night, I was talking about this, and this will happen. I will go and pay my respects to Elvis. A dream of mine. So I love that. I'm going to say that's the front cover. On the back cover, again, from the gospel section of the 1968 special. And again, you've got the track listing down each side with the writers and vocal arrangements underneath, and the text in the middle is all about the album. Again, careful to get the vinyl out. And again, here we go. On the black RCA label, as you can see, it doesn't say RCA Victor, but RCA. Again, something else. If anyone can help me with this, when did Victor get dropped from the RCA label? I mean, you see a lot of Elvis albums with the orange label saying RCA Victor or the black label. And, you know, when did that get dropped? Or do they still use it and not use it on every album? But please leave in the comments below. I'd really love the information for that. My favourite on When No One Stands Alone, I absolutely love the duet with Lisa Marie Presley, When No One Stands Alone. I've Got Confidence. He touched me. How great thou art. Here's my everything. I'm going to go for, actually, my favourite on this would be the duet with Lisa Marie Presley. I think it's a beautiful duet, very well worked. When No One Stands Alone from 2018. Now, I'm now going to go on to the budget albums, if you don't mind. So I've got 3 budget albums to share with you. Now, the first one is the 1971 budget album, You'll Never Walk Alone. Now, it reached number 69 in the United States of America top 200 Billboard charts, and it reached a peak of number 20 in the United Kingdom albums chart. And again, I recently shared this album on another upload, but I just love this jumpsuit on the front. Please share, if you don't mind, in the comments below what that jumpsuit's called. It has a catalogue number of CDM 1088, CDM 1088, and on the back, again, just sharing other albums, not from Elvis, the track listing. Quickly get that out the way. You'll Never Walk Alone. Who am I? Let us pray. There'll be peace in the valley for me. We call on him. I believe it is no secret what God can do. Sing, you children. Take my hand, precious Lord. Swing down, sweet chariot. Now, I'm going to be quite divisive on this, because some of them tracks are on the studio recordings of Elvis gospel albums. On this, I'm going to go for the song from my favorite Elvis Presley movie, Change of Habit, and that is Let Us Pray. I think it's a great song. And at the end of Change of Habit, when Elvis Presley is singing that, I absolutely love it. So that would be my favorite on this budget gospel release of You'll Never Walk Alone. Let Us Pray. Yeah, I told you the peaks, didn't I? I'm sorry. Now, the next one was issued in 1978, and it peaked at number 113 in the Billboard Top 200 charts. Unfortunately, it did not reach the UK Top 100 Albums chart. The album in question is He Walks Beside Me. Again, now, I might be incorrect. I don't think this is classed as a budget album. So, because it was released via RCA. So, again, I want to apologize if I've put it in the budget albums section of this upload, because it was released in 1978. I don't know, did RCA class it as an official Elvis gospel album? I mean, they must have. So I'm going to say I'm actually going to change my mind. I think it's an original RCA Elvis album from 1978, and again, great image of Elvis there from Aloha from Hawaii, and it says, "He walks beside me, favorite songs of faith and inspiration." And on the back, again, I don't know where this is. If anyone knows, again, would be helpful. There's so many Elvis fans that have so much more knowledge than what I do. I love finding out as much information as possible, and all of my subscribers, they always support me with giving me that information, and I thank you all so much. And there you go. There's the track listing, which I'm going to talk you through. So side A, He Is My Everything, Miracle of the Rosary, Where Did They Go, Lord, Somebody Bigger Than You and I, An Evening Prayer, The Impossible Dream, side B, If I Can Dream, Padre, Known Only to Him, Who Am I, How Great Thou Art. Now again, some of these are quite different, aren't they? My mum's favourite would be Miracle of the Rosary. I love The Impossible Dream. Padre is quite a rare track that you don't get to hear that often. And again, because again, there's some different songs on here, I'm going to go for The Impossible Dream on He Walks Beside Me. And the catalogue number is AFL1 2772. AFL1 2772. A 1978 release, a peak of 113 in the Billboard Top 200 Albums chart. Unfortunately, did not reach the United Kingdom's Top 100 Albums chart. The final album I'm going to share with you is a 1980 release on the budget label K-Tel, Inspirations. I could not find any chart positions for this album from the United States of America or the United Kingdom, so it might not have reached either charts. So again, this is on, as I said, the K-Tel budget label. It has a catalogue number of NE1101. NE1101. Again, this is an image of Elvis, like in an art form from the 68 special. Again, you've got your gothic style Elvis Presley at the top here. And it says some of the tracks here, There'll Be Peace in the Valley for Me, The Impossible Dream, Crying in the Chapel, He Touched Me, How Great Thou Art. And on the back, you have a whole text here from Todd Slaughter. I won't read that. I've done it already on an upload, so just return to my channel. Other Elvis Presley releases here. And there is Todd Slaughter with Elvis. Todd Slaughter was the president of the official fan club of Great Britain. He is still the honorary president. And on this release, so side one, Crying in the Chapel, It Is No Secret What God Can Do, A Thing Called Love, Bosom of Abraham, In My Father's House, An Evening Prayer, Amazing Grace, How Great Thou Art, Lead Me, Guide Me, The Impossible Dream. Side 2. There'll be peace in the valley for me. I'm going to walk them golden stairs. I believe in the man in the sky, mansion over the hilltop, Padre. Where could I go but to the Lord? He is my everything. Somebody bigger than you and I. He touched me, known only to him. Now, My favorite, all-time favorite Elvis gospel song is How Great Thou Art. So I'm going to have to go for How Great Thou Art. But again, Elvis Presley recorded so many stunning gospel songs. They're very hard to choose from, but I just love the powerfulness he puts behind How Great Thou Art. You know, for me, it's just inspiring. So again, let me share with you the vinyl inside. Original white protective sleeving. And again, there you go, inside. Ooh, nearly dropped it. There you go, inside. Elvis Presley inspirations. After just what I said about looking after your vinyl, I nearly dropped it on the floor. So that is the vinyls that I've got in my collection, or records. Now, quickly going to go through the CDs, if you don't mind. So again, I'm not going to talk through the track listings. It will be far too long because this has gone on for 35 minutes already. Quite conscious of time. So I've got the CD version of How Great Thou Art. Unfortunately, believe it or not, I do not own a CD version of His Hand in Mind. I'm going to have to correct that. So this is the CD version of How Great Thou Art. Same front and back as the vinyl release. Inside, you got your CD, and there's on this. Let me get the sleeve out. It's just some images of Elvis and track listing. So, well, just a one image of Elvis. So that is the CD release, and again, How Great Thou Art on CD. Then I've got the CD release of Where No One Stands Alone from 2018. Inside, like the orange RCA CD. Underneath, again, from the 68 special gospel section. Quickly show you the sleeve, if you don't mind. There we go. So I just love that image. Don't want to miss anything out. I think Elvis looked so good in 68, didn't he? And, you know, I think, you know, when in the mid 1960s, possibly around the time of Paradise Hawaiian Style, I think Elvis bulked up a bit, didn't he? I think he put some weight on, and then for the 68 special, he was in his peak of fitness, and I love the way he looks in the movie Live a Little, Love a Little, one of my favourite Elvis movies. I think it's a quirky movie, and I think he looked amazing in that movie, Live a Little, Love a Little. Another CD, Elvis Ultimate Gospel. Image here from The Trouble with Girls and How to Get Into It. Track listing on the back. And this is from, when was that? 2004. 2004 release. Inside the CD is all like a cream colour. And that's from the 68 special again, I believe. Let me get that sleeve out. So again, and that is like a mid 60s, isn't it, I believe? And here, it's all, again, the track listing with the writers underneath. Another Elvis image there. On the set of Change of Habit, and that is talking with Mahalia Jackson, and that was in the spring of 1969, and singing If I Can Dream. There you go on the back. We're nearly finished. The next is a CD that comes in a set that you could buy individually, Elvis Inspirational. So I think there was about 7 different in the set, I believe. I can't remember. Inside, I love that blue. Let me get that sleeve out. So it goes just like your track listing there. And then the last two are box sets. So you've got the Amazing Grace, His Sacred Performances CD box set, 2 CD box sets. Again, that image is from the 1950s on the reverse. Now, I'm not sharing the track listings because I have shared all these before on my channel and it would just take far too long. But I'm going to put it up there, so if you want to pause the upload and read them track listings, you're more than welcome to. I'm hoping you can see them okay. And this was issued in 1994. And it comes in its like casing. Inside, absolutely, I love this set. So CD1, the image underneath CD1, and then CD2, again, the image under CD2 is a 1970s image. And let me share with you the booklet. Right, do you know what? I absolutely love that image of Elvis there. Is that when he was in the army and he was doing a recording session? I think it is. On the back, there you go, another one from the 50s. A lot of more pages in this one. So from the 70s. And then you're going into the track listing across the 2 CDs. This is, if you are looking at purchasing Elvis on Gospel on CD, now these are a good starting point. The next one I'm going to share with you, I believe, is possibly the best one that I own in my collection. But this is a good one as well, though. Some great images of Elvis inside this booklet. I've had this since it... Sorry, the light's gone a bit dark. I'm sorry about that. I've had this in my collection since its release in 1996. There you go. There's his other gospel releases there. So that is Elvis Presley, Amazing Grace, His Greatest Sacred Performances, a 2 CD set from 1994. The last one is a 3 CD set. So I'm just going to move that light. Sorry. I'm hoping that's better. Elvis Peace in the Valley, the complete gospel recordings. So as I said, this is a 3 CD set, and this was issued in 2000. So this is a 2000 issue. And again, I love that image of Elvis on the front there. And on the sticker, it says 88 gospel classics from 1956 to 1977. Again, I won't read through the track listing. If you can pause it, that would be great, so you can get to read them track listing. Or I have done a separate upload for this CD set many months ago. Just return to my channel. In the search bar on YouTube, type in Elvis Peace in the Valley, the CD set, and you'll come across this on my channel. Inside CD1, and we have 2 and 3. I don't know why that light's got darker. I am sorry about that. Your booklet inside. So the front, exactly the same as the front cover, and on the back, And inside, let's go. There we go. Look, I just love that. Talks you completely through Elvis's gospel recordings. There we go. So I wanted to share with you them favourites of mine that feature Elvis gospel music. And again, when I listen to Elvis gospel music, it puts me in a calming place. It uplifts me. I think it is the genre of music that Elvis Presley enjoyed recording the most. And I truly believe, sorry, I hope that's better. I truly believe that maybe later on in his career, he would have recorded more gospel music, because again, I truly believe that is what Elvis Presley loved more than anything, was recording sacred gospel music because of his upbringing. And again, please share your memories of any favorite gospel recordings from Elvis, and what does Elvis's gospel recordings mean to you. Please share which is your favorite Elvis Presley gospel album. Do you have a favorite? I know it's very difficult. As I was saying, mine would go to How Great Thou Art. But again, they are all inspirational to me. And again, very difficult to choose. But my all-time favorite Elvis Presley gospel song is How Great Thou Art. The way he sings it live in concert throughout the 1970s, it's just awe-inspiring. So again, I'm quite conscious that this upload is going on. I just want to say thank you for taking the time out to return to my channel to watch my upload on Elvis Presley Gospel Recordings. And now I've got light. The light's coming down on me. And again, share any comments below, and I will always reply to you all as quickly as I possibly can. Again, thank you to each and every one of you who have consistently supported my channel across the previous year. I do really appreciate it. And to all of my new subscribers who have joined recently, massive thank you for joining the 100% Pure Elvis family. I have had 52 new subscribers over the past 3 weeks. Thank you all so much, and I hope you can continue to enjoy the 100% Pure Elvis channel. I always sign out by saying, please keep Elvis close to your hearts. Please keep on playing his music. It means a lot to me, means a lot to keep Elvis's music alive. Love you all, everybody. Speak soon. Bye-bye.